2, 1. 3, 2, 1. This thing's gonna go live any second. All right, we are live now. In my mind here, I see the countdown, and it doesn't always just start right away. So it's playing out with me here. Uh, I just wanted to jump on real quick and share some real time, real talk. This is a there's been some developments that have been taking place, and every once in a while I want to be able to come in and share some of what's happening behind the scenes as I'm growing the business, as I'm bringing in new clients, as I'm trying out new things here, because I myself am a trailblazer along the path. I'm someone who is one of the first or one of a kind in most things that I do. And a few months ago, during the global pandemic, I realized that for what I really am here to do, for what I really believe, I hadn't yet really created the structure or the outlet for that to come to life within the business. So right now, I just coming down, just come on down back with me. I'll let you in and peek behind the scenes. Um, right now, I am in the middle of uh, the first part of a launch for a new community of practice that I'm launching. It's called the Trailblazer Collective, and it's for globally minded, socially conscious, and impact driven leaders who are willing to go against the grain in order to shape the status quo. And that's something that's important to me, because what I've realized is that in this time of uncertainty, that basically everything's up for grabs. The rigid structures and systems that we've had in the past are now they've got some fluidity to it. They're more malleable, and it's important for me to be working with the people who are looking at this as an opportunity to lean into their edges and really step up into greater levels of service and impact, so that the world as we know it can actually have the chance to look different. Well, at this point here, I've decided that I'm not bringing this out to the general public just yet, or even to my entire Trailblazer tribe. That will come in the upcoming weeks, and I'll share more about it along the way. Instead, I wanted to really start building it with a strong curation of people who've shown up very powerfully in my life, and people who I've seen time and time again lean into their edge, whether they were my clients or other people that I've served in different capacities. The question in my mind came like, what if these people on their individual journeys had one another? There's actually something here, on my wall. I have a picture of Nick Fury from Agents of Shield, or not Agents of Shield, and the Marvel comics. And Nick is like my spirit comic person. Is that? I think that's a thing. It's a thing now. And the reason for that here is that because of the Marvel movies, like how he assembled the Avengers. He took these people who are all independently amazing superheroes, who had their own like journeys, their own movies that were bringing in, their own box office hits. And he said, I see you. I see the game that you're playing, and you're pretty good. What would happen if we brought you together with a team and assembled you so that we can take on the challenges, the Earth's greatest challenges that we couldn't take on alone? What an awesome idea. And really, that's a big part of the heart of what's behind the Trailblazer Collective. It's something that we're honestly co-creating together. And that's interesting to be in. So I'm giving a little bit of context here, because most people haven't heard about the Trailblazer Collective as of yet, and it's not available. It's not readily available for people. You've had to have been in my world and shown up in a way such that I've made an invitation to you directly as of now. What's been interesting has been the enrollment conversations that I'm having around it. This whole thing is imbued with the essence of Niiamah. Just even the structure as a community of practice. I call it a courage gym, and similar to a gym, rather than having a specific start and end time that you have to come be a part of a specific program. There's lots of programming available, and it's really allowing people to come in for what they need as opposed to what I think the curriculum should be or how much time I think they should spend with me. And so I'm having these conversations with this awesome group of people, and what's been what's been showing up has been this element of me not really knowing exactly how it's gonna look like in terms of what the conversation's gonna be. And what's been really cool about this is something that I'm just dedicated to. I'm doing this for at least the next 5 years, but this is one of the things that's on my 25-year mission. Some way, shape, or form, the Trailblazer Collective will live as an ongoing community of practice. And my friends, I feel so much abundance with it. It's not even funny. And when I say abundance, what do I mean? I think it's important to talk about abundance because it's one of those words that, if used wrong, could come off basic. And I'm not about basic. But it's a simple way of saying it for me. When I say abundant, abundance. What it means for me is like people can come in right now and and I'll be thrilled, or they can do whatever else they need to do and come join us years from now, and I'll be thrilled. Why? Because the experience that we're creating right here it's just spectacular. The people who are coming in, the ways that we're collaborating with each other, the types of events that are being created, the entire collective has already taken a different turn because of the people who are there, the suggestions that are coming out, and what we are building together to make it come to life. And it's just really, really gratifying to be in conversations with people are who I just really respect. They inspire me. They intimidate me. That's a massive criteria. And I feel no real pull to have to convince them to do anything. In fact, it actually comes out very explicitly in there. I'm like, I am not here to convince you a single thing. Like, I know that what we're doing is awesome, and you can come be a part of it, or you not. And both of those options are great. Both of those options are just equally great. We will be here when you're ready, but generally speaking, the world's greatest party is happening on the other side of this of your level of commitment. And if you're ready to come join us, cool, And it's been really, I just really wanted to make sure I came out and talked about it in real time, talked about it as it's developing, because I'm learning right now, how do I enroll people in something that doesn't have the traditional start date and end date? It doesn't have the traditional means that we would normally use to help convince someone, or help persuade them, or help them make a decision. I'm creating something that in and of itself is designed to be infinite, because I'm infinite in the ways that I take on things, and I'm continuous. And the problems that the people in this group are working on, they aren't the problems that you can just get done in 3 months. They aren't the things, their missions aren't being done in the next 1 year. We're talking things like eradicating shame, eradicating racism, leveling up as you are as an individual. There's the things that people are taking on are massive. And it's been really interesting playing with just this idea of just being able to know that even in the enrollment process, it's coming from a place of abundance. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to let you know a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes here. I'm going to engage in more conversations. I'll let you know more about how this continues to develop. But I'm excited for what we're building with the collective. I'm excited about the people who are showing up for the conversations. I'm excited for the things that we're already experimenting with, and the ways that people are already stepping up in their leadership and their expression. This is what I'm here for. And as time goes on, I'll keep letting you behind the scenes and between the ears to what I'm thinking. And honestly, I think there's another part that's missing here. There's a part about how it feels inside, like what the internal journey is. It's so interesting to trust yourself so fully and to just know that one way that like I'm on an unstoppable train. This train has left the station. The Trailblazer Collective is it's on. And to bring that into a spirit of enrollment, an experience of bringing people together and creating something in a way that's so fully in alignment. This is what the work that I've been doing for the last few years on myself has been leading up to. And I'm thrilled to already be seeing some of the benefits of that. I will be talking more. I will be sharing more. I'll keep you informed of the journey as it goes along. And I'll end it there. Hey, have yourself a wonderful one. I'm seeing some comments come in on the chat there. I'll respond back to them in the morning when I'm more fresh. But just know that like I'm with you. I got you. And yeah, there's a way to do this with abundance, and I'm gonna keep searching for that as time goes on. Let me know what are some of the things that I want to open up the space of this conversation here. What's one of the things that like either struck you about this conversation, and what's one way that like I guess what's your biggest challenge when it comes to enrollment? I'm curious where the scarcity lies right now, where the attachment might lie right now, and what the enrollment process would be like for you. Enrollment being like getting new clients. What if you're able to come from a place of abundance going forward? What would shift there? What would that look like for you? I'm curious about that. All right, I will talk to you later. It's great seeing you all here, and let's continue the conversation. I'll talk to you soon. Hey, Niiamah here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and then go ahead and leave one of your insights from today's video in the comments below. If you're looking to take this deeper, you can go and watch another video, or you can go to niiamah.com/tribe to get exclusive invitation to our tribe member only events. I'll see you soon.